There we go.
Hello.
See? See, if I have to take control of this, we're screwed. Like,
no,
without Jenna here. But anyway, if Rico is done trying to pull my guest away, maybe we can get started, perhaps. So, hey everybody! Look, it's like a Hey Fish Tube reunion, except we're never all streaming together, but now we are. So, yay! So
nice.
Let's all take a moment let's all fangirl over each other at the same time, and we get it out of our systems. Okay, ready? And go. Oh my god! Oh my god!
It's so good to see you.
Okay.
Oh, it's funny, man.
I think I got the angles right.
Yeah, right. I gotta turn to the right, but you're on my left on the screen. It's weird.
Yeah, stage left. Oh, I gotta get my broom. Quiet out up there. Quiet out.
Oh, man.
So, Jenna's not here, just in case.
Oh, and I'm super jealous because she's camping.
Well, I wouldn't be too jealous. She's camping, but like she's kind of responsible for a bunch of 10-year-old girls.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, it's better than 5-year-old girls. Because as a 2-year-old thing, uncontrollable, just one of them. So.
Yeah, I don't think they're allowed to stay overnight when they're that young. So, yeah. So. And it's probably wet over there, so starting a fire is going to be a little difficult, and yeah, and of course it gets all wet and muggy over there. That means more bugs. So yeah, I'm sure they're having a hell of a time.
That's cool.
You bring bug spray?
I don't have any camping stories that end well, so.
I love camping.
We always hang meat and steaks in the trees around the campsite so we can stay up at night and wait for animals to come get them. From that camper, we look out the window. We're not in tents or anything. You don't tent camp here, man.
Yeah, I saw your wall in Steven's stream of your trophies. So
yeah, those were all taken between me and my wife and a couple of the kids. Well, my daughter's got a couple on the wall. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
They are a family of killers.
Yeah.
That's
our shopping,
Oh. I gotta add my Gamer Subs powder to the beautiful Mystery Snail Guardians cup I got.
Snooch, I got a story for you.
Yeah.
That you'll actually for you and Eric that you'll both kind of laugh at because you both enjoy Kyle.
Of course.
So, and I think Steven knows this story. So I went camping for the first time ever with Kyle after we were married.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, and we were going to Rocky Mountain National Park. And I told him, I said, look, the only thing that I am afraid of is bears. Because we've all read the story about, human burritos getting eaten by bears out of their sleeping bags.
Sleeping bag, yeah.
And I didn't want to be the human burrito. So he says to me, and he's an Eagle Scout. He was a wilderness guide in the Pecos, the whole damn thing. And he says to me, well, honey, I wouldn't worry about it. My entire time that I've been in the woods camping and wilderness guide, I've never once seen a bear. Famous last words. Because we set up in our little campsite and we had this teeny tiny little 2-person tent and I had a mummy sleeping bag, which biggest mistake of my life. Yes. And I'm sitting there and I'm grilling chicken on our little portable grill. And some guy comes running through our campsite. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And the next thing I know,
lead him to the chicken.
Everybody next to us is like, bear. And it's a mother bear and 2 freaking cubs.
Oh, nice. A mother bear. No.
Coming through the campsite, our campsite. I was like, oh, I've never seen a bear before when I'm
That's funny. Yeah, normally they're pretty chicken shit. You can't really, you get lucky to see them, So.
Right.
But That's pretty funny. You guys were tent camping too, huh?
Yep, we were tent camping, and then of course it was in September, so it was like 30 degrees in the evening. The rain moved in. Kyle's trying to make a fire, Mr. Eagle Scout. The fire was a freaking candle, okay? Like, I'm freezing.
Hey, you gotta build it up. Build it up just a little bit and a little time.
That's funny.
It was the worst camping trip.
We were backcountry one time, and I had the wife and kids with me, and we had woke up and pulled out of our little area we were camping in, and I want to say maybe 300 yards down the road, we see this gigantic grizzly bear with this big 4-inch collar around his neck running away from us where we were camped, and it had to be every bit as big as my pickup, man. It was pretty crazy, you know. So you do get to see them, but they're always spooked, you know. They never really stick around.
And grizzly bears are like 2-3 times bigger than black bears.
Yeah, I mean, especially not that much. They're not that big here, but you know, I'd say 600 pounds is the average, you know. That's nuts. I mean, this thing was definitely as big as my pickup, man. And you know, you can't really tent camp here. People get mauled every September bow hunting in the dark, and you know, just
Jesus. Oh man, what are you shaking?
And that's called camping. When you hate camping, gotta go camping. Okay, who knows that reference? I know Eric does.
I'm trying to think. I've never heard it before.
What? You're acting like you don't, Eric?
I don't. Wait,
Rick and Morty.
say it again.
Oh, no shit. I'm a huge Rick and Morty fan too.
Everybody hates camping.
Yeah, I was.
No.
And if it's not fun, we are doing it.
If it was Family Guy, I would get it. But Rick and Morty is not my jam. That is totally Kyle.
I want to go on record.
Have you given it a chance? How much of a chance have you given it?
Like a couple episodes.
Which ones?
Oh,
I don't even remember.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's definitely hilarious.
I insist that you continue and try.
Yeah, what's the second, like the first season, second episode is Snowball. Isn't that when
the dog? Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first episode I saw. I was like, sold.
Yeah. Where are my testicles, Summer?
As long as that episode, given that you just said it was about a dog, as long as that episode is not like the frickin' Futurama episode that broke everybody's
it's not like Seymour
heart.
Butts. It's not like Seymour Butts.
Okay.
You'll definitely laugh your ass off. It definitely hooks you.
Yeah. And the pilot, you know, is a pilot. You know, the pilot's always kind of meh. Like, they haven't really found their footing yet, but it gets good. I mean, it gets good really quickly.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I insist.
I will give it another shot.
Since I stopped season 5, it's been a while since I watched it. And just the other day, I was watching highlights on YouTube, and I'm like, man, this show is so damn funny. Like, I forgot a lot of the shit, you know? Like, from the early ones.
This is why me and Brooklyn vibe, man.
Betrayal.
Nah.
Betrayal. That's what that is. Hey, we have a little... Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot to acknowledge the super chat from Rico.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Rico.
It was like a long time ago. Here we go. Thanks for being you. That's meant for Jenna, too, even though she won't be here today. All right. I'll give Jenna like $4 of that, and I'll take the other $1. That seems fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you pull up the chat for me?
The finder's fee.
Oh. I couldn't work my daughter's tablet, man. It's kept changing the screen on me. So I'm like, hook me up. You got to help me.
That's great. Yeah, I go to turn my kid's tablet on, and they've, what was it? Max had turned his tablet into the remote for Netflix on our TV. And I had no idea you could do that. And I had no idea how to fix it. So he kept changing the channel on us. And we're like, dude, we don't want to watch JJ right now. Just chill out. We're watching this.
That's funny.
Ava wants to watch Boss Baby. Quit changing it back to Coco Melon. Like, it's hilarious.
Nice.
But yeah, the kids, their tablets are nuts. He's only 2 and he's figuring stuff out. Like, oh, I can change what's on the TV.
Yeah, Zachary has his figured out really well. Like I don't even know what he's doing right now. It's me and him all weekend, but
Oh, nice.
dude is so independent that it's crazy.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, I had a terrible father moment. Okay.
Oh no.
The other day, right before bed, Zachary lost a tooth. And when I say lost it, I mean he was fed up with that damn tooth in his mouth wiggling. And he did something I would never, ever have done at that age. Like,
ripped it out.
My brothers would chase me around, like, oh, I can get it down the time stream the doorknob and all, all that stupid stuff. And I'm like, yeah. But no, he just went in the bathroom and he just, like, no.
Yeah.
He came out with a handful of blood and a tooth.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And,
Yeah.
Here you go, father.
I wanted that money, man. Like, I wasn't gonna wait. I wanted that money. I was like, get out. Like, yanking that crap.
Was he convinced like it was buried under the tooth and he's just like, it's in there somewhere. Where's the $5 bill?
That's funny, man. My son wrote a letter to the Teeth Fairy, and he says, "Get in and get out, no dilly dally."
Chop chop.
But so speaking of money, though, so the responsibility, the Tooth Fairy, okay, is kind of a late night person, right?
Yeah.
And so you would think the Tooth Fairy would go in there and change out the tooth for money, but sometimes the Tooth Fairy forgets.
Yeah.
But here's the heartbreaking part, okay?
Oh no.
He didn't tell anybody. He got up and he went to school. Okay. And so while he was at school, the Tooth Fairy came and replaced the tooth with money. Now the tooth at first was wrapped in like some toilet paper because it was fucking gross. Okay. But he had taken the toilet paper and he had unwrapped it and he had like put the tooth straight up, sticking up on top of the toilet paper like a little pad, like I present to you. Okay. And so when he got home and he saw they had money, he was like, his reasoning was he didn't think the Tooth Fairy knew it was there because it was wrapped in toilet paper, and so he like unwrapped
exposed
it,
and
did the whole thing.
Smart.
He's 7 years old. He didn't tell anybody. He didn't complain. He just like solved a problem on his own. So I was very impressed, but also I felt freaking horrible. Obviously,
that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive for him not to be like, "What the heck, boy? It's not." That's not supposed to happen or something like that.
Nice.
To be analytic like that, be like, I didn't do it right. I'm going to do it right now. And there's the money. Ta-da. That's that. And it keeps your kind of, low down secret too of like, oh, you don't have to sit there and be like, oh, the Tooth Fairy had a very long night of collecting teeth and he got pushed back for an afternoon appointment. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a lot like me when I was a kid. Like, he's not one to complain. He's one to kind of figure things out or deal with them, which can, I guess, be to a detriment. If he's actually sick or in pain, it's kind of hard to gauge with him, And like when I was that age, like I was just kind of in my head and didn't want to bother anybody. So
opposite,
yeah. Oh, really?
I think I'm gonna get sick. My brother looked at me wrong.
That's funny. Yeah, you're not. That's not going to be the last
you
time.
Your arms crossed. You're like, I cannot believe this. What's going on,
Jeremy? Like, I have resting bitch face. Like, I always look like that.
RBF, yeah. Ava's got that hardcore where you're looking at her, you're like, you all right? She's like, yeah. And there was a server I worked with too, where everybody would be like, is she okay? Is something wrong with her? Is she all right? Like, yeah, she's fine. She just got RBF. Like, you don't have to smile all the time. No, you're not me. Like, I'm the nervous giggler. So I'm always like, ha ha ha, please like me.
Oh no. No,
no, Brooklyn. I'm right there with you.
I don't give up. I'm who I am.
No, like my entire team at Victoria's Secret would tell me, because I was a backroom manager for like 4 or 5 years. They would tell me, so, Becca, when we first got hired on, we were really scared of you. I'm like, me? Are you kidding me? And they're like, yeah, like you're really intimidating and you're really scary when you first like get to know you. But then when you really get to know you, you're really chill and you're really cool. I'm like, okay, I never would have pictured myself as intimidating, but okay.
That's fine.
That's what Please don't yell. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
That's what I discovered. Apparently I have RBF.
So do I.
That's my old lady too.
Work on that. And like, I think Shanna was the one who pointed it out at Aquashella, that sometimes I would be sitting there and just kind of taking it all in and just like like I don't know, I just
You guys ever mess with Elf on the Shelf? You kids figured that out yet?
No. And hopefully never have to.
Oh man, my daughter busted it up. Told my son about it last Christmas. It was like, kind of broke the ice and told him what the secret was. But when my daughter was little, she was like 6, and she just wakes up one morning and she says, "Man, if that thing moves one more time, I'm gonna shoot that thing." She was all creeped out. I swear to God.
Your family is a bunch of freaking psychos.
Yeah. Now they're hunting the elf.
Okay.
She would have set a trap for him.
No. So I don't have kids. We do not have kids. I do, however, have my father, who is basically a giant child. He still does Elf on the Shelf, but he does the sick version of Elf on the Shelf.
Oh, like Banging Barbie. Or...
Oh, yeah. Like he sent me, like at one point, he sent me a photo of his Elf on the Shelf, like leaning over the toilet with a bottle of Jack next to it.
That's great.
And then like he sent another one of it, like humping my mom's little like polar bears that she has. And it got so bad that one of his friends was so tired of him doing it that he actually took the elf, left a ransom note, tied a bunch of firecrackers to it, and lit it on fire.
Nice.
And I have the video of it.
Oh no! They filmed like an ISIS execution style video of it too. Oh no!
Yes, he did like full blown like execution style. He's like he wouldn't talk, and so the torture is pain, and then just lights the
It's funny, man.
Yes. So I have my dad.
Let's go through I'm gonna go through the participants list to say hi, since it's people have started filing in. I don't think I've ever had this many people viewing it this early on, so
nice.
I'm gonna have to.
We bring them in, Stephen.
Off to y'all. Yeah,
we bring him in. Well, she does. Richard and I, we keep them here. She brings them in. We keep them.
Nice.
People just tune in like, wait, 4 people? What kind of shit show's going on here? That's not Jenna. Okay.
Oh no, we could never replace Jenna.
No.
Well, you're gonna have to. Who's gonna be Jenna?
Well, the three of us
keep me on task, on schedule. Okay.
Well,
like I gotta somebody like an hour in has gotta like sort of like, okay, well, maybe it's time to.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Keep you on track.
I can do it, Steven. I'll tell you.
There
Okay,
you go.
dude. What the fish?
I gotta
Go.
Okay. Jenna's not quite that aggressive about it, but you know what also I missed was we got a cool little super sticker from Adele. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice.
All right, participants list. Hello, participants. I would like to say hi, and this doesn't look like the full chatters, but yeah. Who we got? 2 Cooley, 4 Schooly, Barbara Jackson, Ben Backstrom, and just now in alphabetical order, we've got Dr. Anthony just popped in. Bigfoot Fish Tanks, Dennis, good to see you around. And Brooklyn Bell and Adele just like straight up disappeared off of the participants list as I said her name. What's going on there?
Peace out.
Kenny E, probably. Danny Weshy, Debbie Holding, Dee Dee, Jennifer Weaver, Jenny Lynn, Jeremy, Lady Diane, Moist, Micro, Matt, whatever you want to call him.
Oh,
The collector
call
of
him Moist.
wrenches. Eduardo, Melvin Reef, John, My Fishing Aquatics, Mystery Snail Gardens, Patrick Hardy, Paul Soltero. Just now, Merrick Tomchick popped up on the list, so I'm going backwards. Petroman, Rico Stan, Rocky and Miles, Scotty Aquati, and me, because I'm on the list all the time for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, you're participating, aren't you?
I guess. I don't even think I chatted at all.
Oh, you haven't yet? Okay.
Mary Beth, what's up? I need aggressive to keep me in line. No. I mean, I guess maybe the threat of aggression. I mean, Jenna's very, very sweet and polite and gentle. And I respond well to that. But I also respond well to just mean. So I just need discipline, okay?
You got
it. Dropping the links.
I wanted to go on record as maybe the first person to do it, man. But every time I wear my co-op hat every day, right? And my kids always call me a dork, you know. So I actually subdued the logo with a permanent marker. So black on black, man, looks pretty badass. I don't know.
That's cool, but I don't think you should have responded to peer pressure.
Yeah.
I would have rocked the logo. I would have like made that logo pop even more.
I'm just
highlighter.
Pretty subdued kind of guy, I guess. I like to murder out. Yeah. I murdered out his hat. I hope Corey don't care, but I think it looks better with black thread.
It looks nice.
No, it's cool when you go to the pet store, the fish stores. They don't ask too many questions. They're like, you watch the co-op? Cool. Here you go. You know.
Oh yeah.
Well, right. I mean, where I went to my fish store the other day, and it was a new person walking around, and they literally said, "Oh, I like your hat. Oh, thank you so much. You probably don't need any help." And I wanted to be, I didn't say it, but I wanted to be like, actually, yes, I do. Like, this hat kind of shows that I'm willing to learn. Like, it's kind of. It's not. I'm not saying I know everything. I'm saying like, hey, I watched this guy to learn a bunch of stuff about this hobby. Please teach me your knowledge and everything like that. It's not trying to be pretentious or be like, oh, I watch aquarium co-op, so I know how to take care of Planet Aquariums or anything like that. Like that's how they approach me, and I'm like, no. Like, tell me. Like I got questions. Like,
I never thought of that to wear like some really geeky fish stuff, so I won't be bothered.
Yeah, it works, man. And then you see him catch fish, and I'm like, shake my head, like, damn it, give me that friggin' net already, you know.
I walk away. I walk away because I think I don't know if it was Corey or somebody on Aquarium Co-op was like, I hate it when people are like right over my shoulder, like watching me like catch fish and whatnot. It kind of makes it, you know how like if I have to type an email during a meeting or something, and I'm sharing my screen, I make the most typos. Like I screw up the most. Like when everybody's watching me. That's right. So when they're catching my fish, I walk away. They're like, hey, I always like, just show me the fish before you bag them up, so I can take a look and see if any of them are messed up.
The same thing with streaming is as soon as you go live, you lose a few IQ points. It's a proven fact.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You forget things that you
mush mouth.
You knew. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
forget how to speak.
Rico is most guilty of the
it's seriously the same when you get up in front of a classroom, especially of high schoolers, and they ask you a very simple question that you went through 4 years of school to be able to sit there and give them the answer, and then you feel completely and utterly stupid when they look at you and they say, "So Miss M, this was back before I was married. What happens when the Senate's tied? Who's the tiebreaker?" And I'm like, in my head,
VP.
It's going VP, but then my brain's going, you forget. I can't think of it. Oh crap. Yeah. That's when you go, I'll get back to you on that. And give yourself like 5 minutes to go, oh yeah, it's this.
Now that was probably before you could just like pull out your phone and look it up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, I don't like to go talk to students. Jenna has asked me. I've done it once. Till whenever I was editor of a magazine, she wanted me to come talk to her super young, like 6, 7, 8-year-olds, and like I don't know what I was expecting because I was just like, I'm not really qualified to answer all of these like complicated questions about working for a paper. I guess I thought that these kids were gonna have really intelligent questions, but no. It was still very weird though.
You thought you were gonna go in and get grilled?
Yeah.
We were doing the Vietnam War in school, in high school, and my dad came in to speak to the class, and one of the kids asked him, how old was the youngest person you ever killed? My dad was like, yeah. He's like, I don't know, I wasn't checking IDs, like.
Right, like
stupid ass questions.
Like, you look about 17, 18, 22. Oh, you're an like what? Like you're talking. Well, my mom was right. My mom was a kindergarten teacher, so I would go in like in my 20s and whatnot, and just be like Andy Dwyer from Parks and Recreations and whatnot, and just like have like 3 kids hanging off my arm, running around the classroom. Like my mom would be like, "Dude, stop! Like, no, you're supposed to help me, not hurt me. Like, what are you doing? And you're riling all the kids up. Like it's supposed to be rug time, and you're carrying kids around." And I'm like, yeah, I can't help it.
And my dad was like, "Yeah, I got my foot shot off, and I went and seen the army doctor, and he put it on backwards, so I walked around in circles for 2 months." And nobody laughed. They didn't get it. They're like, huh? This is stupid, man. Yeah.
Oh funny. Man. Yeah, I love dad jokes where my my obese parrot just passed away. It's very sad. But yeah, it's a huge weight off my shoulder. Well, it's a huge weight off my shoulder, so.
Oh, yeah. That's funny. Obese parrot.
Good Lord, Brooklyn.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Godspeed. Lurk away, Bunny Viper. Brooklyn.
Oh, I don't know if Kyle is lurking because I don't know if he's on a break or not.
You better be landing in planes.
But honey, if you're lurking, okay, I have them on, okay?
Hold on,
even though nobody can see them because I have headphones. I have them on.
Zoom in.
Hold on. Yeah, now you can do it.
Nice.
2 pairs of gold diamond earrings.
Yes.
Nice.
He came home. Bless his little heart.
What'd he do?
He came home the other night, and my birthday is April 10th, so it's coming up. And he comes home the other night, and he says, "Well, I know you want to look pretty for your stream on Saturday." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I always do." And he said, "Well, your birthday present came today, and I'm going to give it to you early." And I said, "Oh, okay." And I had no idea what he did. So he like shows that he comes back, and he's got this box, and it's these two pairs of earrings, and they're gorgeous. I've been wanting them for forever. And I just my heart just was like sunk because I looked at him and I said, "Honey, that is really sweet, but there's just one problem." And he said, "What?" And I said, "I wear headphones. Nobody's gonna see them."
That's funny.
And he literally stands there and he's got the box like this, right? And he looks at it and he's like, "Shit."
Sam's Club that counts. We still love you anyway.
You get nose pierced.
I love buying jewelry for my girls. I actually use Sam's Club. They got the best jewelry, believe it or not, man. Some of their stuff's really pretty. But I had bought a set of earrings from Riddell's, and my wife will never wear them because in the cabinet they got like fancy light on them, and they look nice. But when you get them home, it's like, man, these look like crap. I tried to return them, and they wouldn't like, give me store credit. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. But I wanted to show you guys this Iwagumi. I just finally.
Oh, it's so sweet, dude! It's so sweet.
Nice.
I think I could do another trim on it now that the filter's blowing on it. It kind of opened everything up a little bit, but I really think everything worked out once I got the new regulator put on. That other Jardley one was broke like an emo chick, man. I must have got a bad one. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that brand, and the fact that you paid like $70 for it, you would, because like I have those F zone regulators, and they're not that much more, like maybe $80, and they work really well. So I guess F zone has something figured out.
Yeah, I have to check it out. I don't have any of those ones, but I back it was like 3 years ago I bought it just because it was cheap, and I figured I'd check it out, and then this was perfect time to give it a shot. And I'm glad that I had something on standby, because that was kind of dumb. I tried to go cheap back in the day, and it was the wrong idea, I think.
Snooch, I did the same. Like, I started my first CO2 anything, because I only have one tank that I'm running CO2 on. The first one I got was that really crappy, teeny tiny little Fluval CO2 cartridge that ran out in like 2 days. And then after, like, I used it for about 3 or 4 months. And after that, I'm like, number one, I'm going through cartridges like crazy, because I have my drop checker and I keep it at that like perfect green, and it took forever, and I could never regulate the stupid thing, which drove me nuts. Like, all through the day I would walk past it, and it would either be running too fast or too slow, so I'd always have to adjust it. So finally I just was like, you know what, screw this, I am upgrading. I went and got actually the one that you ended up with, I think, Snooch, the CO2 Art Pro SE.
That's a good one.
I got the paintball adapter for it because it's in my bedroom. I don't have room for one of the big 5 or 20 pound cylinders, so I just got paintball tank. That thing lasts me like 4 months. I can go 4 months on a paintball tank. And
that's cool.
It is awesome. I love it. The needle valve is great. It's a dual stage, so I don't have to worry about, end of life dump. Yeah. I mean, I just had to replace it for the first time. I've got a 20 ounce and a 24 ounce cylinder. I love it. It is fantastic. And I told Kyle when I first set it up, I looked at him and I was like, my regulator has gone Super Saiyan. Oh, yes.
That's cool, man. I threw that one on, and this morning it was running like a clock. It was perfect, man. I'm like, damn, I should have just, that one was going to go on my 75 and just kind of been holding out, and, but we'll see, man. I just ordered another SR Aquaristic. I have that on my bow front, and I really like them too.
I just got one of those from the auction from Alishon. And I think it's my favorite regulator of all the ones I have. I have a CO2 Art. I have 3 F zones. One of the F zones is a has 2 bubble counters, so I have run to 2 tanks. And then this SR one. Of course, this one, usually I'm used to regulators just coming pre-assembled. I had to put this one together.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
my SR didn't.
Solenoid was separate.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Bubble counter was separate. The pressure valve was off of it. Like, yeah,
it's pretty skookum though, man. They put it together. It's got some heft to it.
Mm-hmm.
You could beat someone to death with that.
Oh yeah, that thing in a pillowcase and swinging around.
It's not gonna break in the mail, man, that's for sure.
So, too coolly, what I would do is I would get a spray bottle, fill it with really soapy water, and spray anywhere there's a connection. And if it starts to bubble, then you're going to know where the leak is. So that's what I would do, because you should not be going through a 5-pound cylinder in a month.
No. What I do is I take a glass of water with some dish soap, and I take a butter knife and mish it up real good until it gets kind of sudsy, and then I just dump it on all the connections with a towel underneath it. And I actually found a leak in the other one when I first put it together. I had to. The CO2 Art has a seal in the actual stem, and when I was going to tighten it, how it always kind of, when you tighten it, it always overcorrects. You got to loosen it and turn it back, and then I had done that a few times, and then I completely took it off and looked, and that seal actually kind of like split from me doing that over and over. So I don't know the verdict on a CO2 Art. I like it, but since that seal's in there, it kind of, if you do that too much, you can actually fracture that seal that's inside the regulator. Now
that you mention it, I think that I just did that because I had my 20-pound. I have the 20-pound cylinder on my 90-gallon with the CO2 Art.
That's huge.
Yeah, because I don't like to go places, man.
That's
I
smart.
wish I had
Save
20
money.
pounds on every single tank. You know, these 5-pound cylinders, I have to go every like 4 to 6 months. I
Yep.
don't want to.
I have a 10-pound. How big is the 20 compared to the 5 and 10s? Because they're the same height, I think.
The 10, I have a 10, and it's lasted me about a month and a quarter. I mean, I'm having kind of like a Hanukkah situation because it's been like resting on the 0, my gauge, but for the last 2 weeks, but it's still pumping out.
Damn.
So I don't know what is going on, but
I think I broke the permaseal on mine because like the 20-pound usually it'll last at least a year and it'll like went out, and luckily it's my 90. And this tank behind me, I don't have anything in this tank that is gonna like panic without CO2, so I'm just kind of taking my time.
Right.
I just bought 3 more permaseals from a company. I'm off the top of my head, I forget. I should have looked it up before, but I think it was like Gas Supply Central or something. $1.99 a piece. Those brass permaseals. Everywhere else is like $4.99, $5. You know, and it was only $4 to ship it to me. So I got 3 of them for under $10. Pretty slick.
Nice.
Yeah, I got one of those because I did all the instructions from the co-op tutorial on CO2. I got the regulator that he recommended. I got the little screw-in thing to the actual tank, the rubber.
Yep, that's the permaseal I was telling you about, the brass one. Yep.
That's what I used too. So I never used like those little plastic rings that come with
I actually had to because that Jardley jank regulator actually blew my seal up. If you look in that new video I posted, it actually turned it inside out. I was surprised to see how big the O-ring was. I mean, It was like twice as big as the actual brass ring that the permaseal came in. So I guess I must have over-tightened it and it just disassembled inside. So.
Right.
Oh, look at Bex greeting people in the chat.
I'm trying.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's hard when you got a panel to like keep up with people coming in. But so which tank do you have CO2 on again? It's not the one behind you.
No, that's Murder Bean's tank. The one I have it on is my 10-gallon that used to be Sakura's tank, but is now just a little 10-gallon community tank that I will be adding coolie loaches to.
Yay!
Yeah,
I love coolies.
How can you not love? I just love loaches. I don't care if they're
noodles.
Loaches or dojo. Yeah, they're little noodles. They're danger noodles.
Yeah.
I
really want more tanks. I want so many more tanks so I can set up noodle tanks.
I just moved my Dan's Fish order out of quarantine and dispersed them amongst the house. And I got right now, and I just received the box yesterday, 2 bristlenose, alien beta, and some blue coral guppy. I just was like, why not fill the cart and try it, you know? So I got that going, but I'm fixing to purchase 20 CPDs from Get Gills off of Peplin Creek this afternoon. After we finish up here, I got to go run an ATM and replace my CPDs. My daughter put 5 pumps of easy carbon in her 3-gallon and wiped out a handful of CPDs that were in there.
I hate that stuff, honestly. Like I will use it to spot treat blackbeard algae, and then I will do a water change. I don't want it in the tank. I don't want it circulating. I freaking hate it. And it's not safe for every plant. It can be harsh on some, and I don't know.
Sure.
I hate that stuff is on the market. Can y'all hear that?
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a low-flying plane. I guess Kyle sent it over here.
That's funny.
You go outside, screw you, stepping in the sky.
That's great.
From Kyle and Mystery Style.
You know, it was really, really sweet though one day because when he was up and he was like, yeah, I read that. That's why I was like, wait, what are we talking about? When he went up flying one day, and then he actually has an app that'll track where he's flying, right? So I was having a really bad day. So when he was up, he actually like made a little heart with his flight
path.
Yeah, it was really
really cool.
That's so sweet. Kyle's so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
He is.
Cool.
Making us look bad, Kyle.
He's a teddy bear. He might be 6'1", but he's a teddy bear.
He's your teddy bear.
Yes.
Yeah.
He wishes he could be here today, but unfortunately, work.
Well, please send our love.
Oh, I will. He's probably lurking.
Well, we will have a Friday night rematch one of these days.
We've got leave coming up, man. I can't wait. We got a whole week and a half off.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Your birthday week.
He took my birthday week off.
You guys got plans? You gonna do anything cool?
Nope. We might go take a day and go up to Denver and hang out, and then I think we're gonna take a day and go to Aqua Rocks, Colorado.
Nice. You're gonna have to film that, man. I really want to drive down there and go to that store. Yeah. They're awesome people.
Yeah, I'm excited too because everybody is telling me, Geek Boy's telling me it's awesome. Kelly has ordered from them, so I'm just it's right up there in Aurora. It's an hour away. Let's go.
I ordered a few times, and each time they put the rocks on the scale and show me exactly what's coming in the mail, and then I could be like the first time I ordered the dark gray elephant stone, and they had orange ones on the scale, and I said those don't look dark gray, and she goes, "Oh, fixed it right away, and sent it." So if they didn't do that, I would have been kind of shit out of luck because I already have orange stuff and I wanted to try to get do some darker stuff.
So what's their shipping like? They're shipping rocks, so
it was free shipping. After so many, whatever. I forget. I haven't been on the site in a while, but when the time I ordered it, I didn't pay for shipping. It was free, which was cool. And I used Chris's sponsored code for I think it was 10%.
Ooh, nice.
MTA, Multi-Tank Addiction 10, but he's not sponsored, and they're not sponsoring his channel anymore, so I don't know if that code will work, but I got a good deal, And my old lady, I sent her pictures. I'm like, look at these rocks I bought. Aren't you excited? She's like, great.
Yeah.
I'm like, talk a hardscape to me.
I don't think even Jenna would be impressed if I just showed her some rocks.
I'm like 80 pounds of this sweet exotic stone coming,
Oh yeah, I get that too. I'm like, yeah, look at this awesome piece of driftwood I found, Kyle, and he'll look at it and he'll be like, that's cool. I'm like, but you don't get it. Look at it. Look at how it does this, and it'll look like this, and I can put some boost here, and I can put some this here, and that, and he's just like, okay.
You mean plant? Cool. That's how my wife is. Like, oh my gosh, come look at the Corys. I found a huge Cory baby, and I'm like, oh my god, come look at the baby. She's like, oh yeah, cute. I'm like, no, you don't understand. They survived in the tank, and
that's cool.
Like, yeah, okay, yeah. Regina likes fish, but I love.
Yeah, it's the same here. That's when the first time I ever saw that I had pygmy Cory fry. Immediately it was like, Kyle, come here, and he's just like, what, and then he comes and he sits down, and I'm like, babies, and he's just like, oh,
okay, it's not fair. I want pygmy Cory fry, except I have a betta in my tank, so it's never gonna happen.
Let me tell you, they keep reproducing. I will send you some. I will. It will be the first time.
No, I want to make my own. Damn it.
Well, you can make your own from the ones that she sends you.
No, I have pygmy Corys. They just won't.
Oh, you do have them. Oh, okay.
I have pygmies and habrosis in the same tank, but there's an alien betta that lurks above, and I guess probably takes out whatever eggs are in there. And I'm sure as hell not going to see the eggs.
No.
I can only imagine how teeny tiny.
Yeah.
Right.
No. I was surprised though because I've got a carnivorous pleco in that tank.
Right.
Oh.
So I'm surprised that he didn't find him and eat him, and I'm surprised that he didn't eat the fry either because he's a hypnocystrus. He wants the meat, man. He goes nuts over meat.
That's cool.
I'm surprised that the Corys themselves didn't eat the eggs because I'm always told that you got to separate the eggs because they're gonna predate on them. And
same thing. I saw a male Cory, literally a male Cory, not even female Cory, swim right over an egg, literally touch it with its tendrils and be like, meh, and just keep swimming away. Okay, so they're cool, at least in his eyes. All right, sweet.
I feed my Corys well, especially in the Adolphoid tank that I'm trying to get them to grow out and breed. I just, I don't know if they're old enough yet. They're doing breeding things. They're doing the breeding dance, but just no eggs yet. So,
can you notice like the females are noticeably larger than the males yet?
No.
Okay, where my females are about 33% larger than my males.
Okay, yeah.
So you just might not be there yet. So there's still hope, Steven. There's still hope.
There's also this. It would be terrible luck since I ordered 12 of them. There's a chance that like I have all the males because Dan
one lady just comes out like, oh God, no, please.
Running a train on the one, Corey.
No. It would just be worse. Just hounded. That would be just. But to have them all female, where I ordered
all female
4
or all male. I don't know. Dan couldn't sex them whenever I ordered them, so it's just kind of luck of the draw.
Well, I'll send you my females if that be the case. But I ordered 7 L183 Starlight Plecos from Jadrin Aquatics. Unfortunately, 3 of them didn't make it in shipping, and so I have 4 now. And it literally looks like all 4 are female. Like none are getting they all have the lip fringe, but they're not getting the down the middle. And I'm like, no, please, no, all 4 females. But I know Matt got some too. So if he gets all males, let's hook it up, Matt. Let's trade it out.
That's cool. That's the ultimate success when you can get them to breed, man.
Yeah, especially since they're not really that prevalent here in the U.S., where I always see Keeping Fish Simple breeds the heck out of them and whatnot, and they're gorgeous fishes too. And I just like, they're all female. No.
Yeah, I don't have any Corys, but I did have some baby CPDs in my daughter's tank before we wiped them out. But she would suck the babies up with a pipette, and we didn't have anything to feed them, so they died. I ordered some First Bites and the pearls, the
golden pearls.
Yeah,
golden pearl.
But they had passed away before they came in the mail. So
damn. Yeah, I need to get some of that stuff just to be prepared. I do have a vinegar eel culture going, and it's been going for a while actually, and I haven't actually harvested any of them.
See, what I usually do for a baby tank is it has to be a seasoned tank and everything like that, and I'll feed just a little bit extra for a week or two, and I'll get those detritus worms up and running and whatnot, and get the babies in there. Where that worked for, I raised like 47 epistos from like one batch on that, just having them eat detritus worms and have them roam around the tank and eat all that. So I always make sure I overfeed just like a week or two. I usually have it's my 5 gallon that I have my baby tank, but I'll overfeed it for a week or two just to get that extra wormies that I can roam around, because my wife refuses to allow me to have a worm culture and everything, and she's
even grindle worms, because they're not like, you could probably keep a grindle worm culture without her even noticing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, but is the risk worth the reward and everything that? I mean, well, she would just flip out.
As a wife, I do not condone this behavior.
Exactly, and I respect her too much to where she's super creeped out of anything creepy crawly snakes, anything. So I wouldn't be able to keep snakes. My brother, growing up, I never was allowed to have a dog or a cat, so we had just all the weird. I had a red-footed tortoise. My wife, Jenna. Hello. Hey, Jenna. Soon I can't stay because we're about to move on to our next activity.
That's cool.
Because there's enough room for activities. Awesome. But my parents, we wouldn't let us have dogs or cats, so we had real weird pets. So my brother had an 8-foot Burmese python and like a 2-foot red-tailed boa, and the red-tailed boa escaped into our house, never to be seen again for 6 months, until my dad was putting laundry away in this closet, and there was the snake hanging from a hanger. And my dad has had 7 heart attacks, and so I'm just like, oh, thank God he didn't drop dead then and there.
That's crazy.
But we weren't allowed to keep any weird pets after that, because the snake was just chilling in our house. My brother would kept it well fed, and it was super skinny when we caught it and everything. But
my son's hamster keeps getting out. He's an escape artist, man.
Yeah. So on a different note, I was excited because I saw the UPS truck pull up, and I was like, "Oh, I got something coming today." But then the like house shaking thud of the package hitting the porch reminded me it's just cat litter from Chewy. That's like so disappointing when you got something coming and you realize it's just like supplies.
Nothing to worry about.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually got a saltwateraquarium.com sent me a 32-gallon Flex saltwater marine kit in the mail yesterday. I was so relieved when it came in. All in one piece, man. Yeah. Nice. They packed it so good, man. Like it came inside the box. The glass was encased in styrofoam on either end, and then it raised it off the box, the bottom of the box, a couple inches. And then that box, on the exterior of that box, was all these 4x4 pads that were kind of like a squishy foam, glued like every every corner, and then in the center, every couple feet they had one of these on there. And that box was in another box that had like rigid angles going down the sides of all the edges. So they did a really good job. And when the FedEx got here, she helped me carry it in the house. My wife's like, "Damn it, Rich, what the hell?" Because she's like, "It's huge. You told me it wasn't that big." Like 36
it's
inches.
Just the box. It's just the box.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. It's just 2 boxes. Relax, Right. But I found out when I opened it, it was on its back, and they traveled that way the whole time. So I tipped it over.
I used to ship computers, and that's how we would ship them as well. Like you have to basically suspend the whole. You have a box in a box, and then that box in the box is suspended by a whole bunch of insulation around it, so it just kind of is cushioned no matter what they do with it. And sure. they will like at the UPS store, they say it's got to be able to survive a drop from counter height, and their counter is like up to my chest almost. So it's like, okay, well. Expensive packing, but
yeah, that's cool. I was really impressed, man. I would have bet money that sucker was going to be blown up. And I did a little dance in the living room when I opened it, and it was made it. And I was like, "We're gonna be reefers, yeah!" High fiving my kids. We're gonna be reefers, yeah! Right, time to celebrate, man.
This is a new name for me, Jack Roberts. Welcome.
Yo.
Nice.
It's like my favorite greeting. I always say yo. And Hippie John. Hey John, what up? I'm seeing him on a lot more streams too, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Hippie John and B Wizzle last night. That was pretty funny. Man, yeah. I was just like saying the most random shit to them, and they would just tee off a story from it without even hesitating. It was amazing. Like I was trying to confuse them, and they just weren't having it.
Throwing them curveballs, they were hitting everyone out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
nice.
That's funny.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I'll tell you what. I have a question for you guys because I've got I finally. Okay, so here's the deal. My lease does not say that I cannot have fish tanks. My lease does not say that I can only have a certain amount of fish tanks. My lease just says that they can charge me to have fish. So I'm thinking, okay, I've already talked to one of the lease managers who said, "Oh no, we only charge for the really big tanks." And I said, "Okay, cool." So now I'm up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 tanks now, and they're all nano. So that I finally got my 6th tank to put Sakura, the betta, in by himself because he's tail nipping like crazy. So he's in my quarantine tank right now. Mm-hmm. What I'm trying to figure out is, do I want to put a piece, like a nice piece of driftwood in that tank with him? Because he is a long fin, half moon Dumbo betta, and he constantly rips that tail. And I'm worried if I put another piece of driftwood in with him, that he's just going to catch that tail on that thing and rip it to shreds again, along with nipping.
Well, so I have a piece of spider wood in the alien betta tank, but before there was an alien betta. It was like a double half moon, like the frilliest freaking betta. And the way the spider wood was positioned, each end of it kind of like touched a side or a corner. And he didn't seem to, and he was an idiot too. Like he would try to wedge himself everywhere. And that's how he ultimately died, was from me not paying attention with the damn python and him going up into the tube and getting stuck at the intake part of it. And I tried to revive him, and no. But he was fine with the driftwood. Okay. And I've got another one. I have a half moon in the dining room, and I've got some pretty jagged Sirius stone in there, and he seems all right. But bettas are individuals, and some of them are kind of dumb, and so I like driftwood. So I would, if it were me, I would just do it, and then I'd keep an eye on him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I had a piece of Dragonstone in at first, which is now in my snail tank, because Sakura is also one of those bettas that likes to jam himself wherever he could, and he would literally like scrape his little scales off. So I finally just took this stupid thing out. I tried everything, man. I stuffed like sponge behind that thing and everything so that he couldn't get back there, and he still figured out how to do it. I'm just like, you are the stupidest fucking betta I've ever seen.
And you know that, like the nozzle, the outflow nozzle, when I was servicing the pump on the fluval kit, like every single time he would like, I'm gonna go in there, and then you gotta get the little net and try to get him out. Yeah.
That's Sakura. He is seriously not the brightest crown in the box.
And have you ever seen those the Sarah snail traps? Yeah, like the really complicated ones where you have to put the little pins in.
Yeah.
So I made a gap just slightly too wide, and that stupid ass half moon betta. I'm surprised it didn't kill him, because he must have been in there all night. Like just like floating in all the filth of snail trap food.
Oh man. Yeah, because there's no flow in there.
No, there's nothing. I mean, it's just, and he can't go up and get air. I mean, jeez.
I had taken 2 tissue culture cups and one inside the other and drilled holes in the top one, put a bunch of moss in the top one and set it at the bottom of my CPD tank to see if they'd lay eggs, I watched a video where a guy was harvesting eggs that way, and I guess I had cut them holes too big, and every couple days I'd go in there and check it out, and there'd be a CPD chilling in the bottom cup. I'm like, dang it! Like, how the hell is he getting in it? Like they
found a free meal.
I don't know how, they were tiny little holes, and he would just probably get stuck underneath there and freak out, and then squeeze through them, And then finally one day, there was 2 of them in there, and one had passed away, so it must have been in there, overnight or a couple days or something, But and so I ended up throwing that away, but I learned the hard way that way too. And that stupid tank that I had trimmed a piece of universal rock background. I had to put it on my son's background in his tank, and I didn't silicone the edges of it, and there was a little tiny gap. And yesterday, the moment I put the blue axolotl raspberries, I had to put them in there, instantly they freak out and went right to that corner and slipped behind it and then start bugging. And like there was 5 of them back there. I'm like, what a stupid bastard! I'm out there with tweezers trying to like dig a little hole from the bottom where the fluval stratum to
get under.
Yeah. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but now they figured out, they got back out, But damn, you don't think of that, It's stupid mistake.
My Guppy mosh pit has I made a DIY background, and I probably was a little bit sloppy with siliconing it on there. I don't even want to think about how many live bearer fry have just stuck themselves back there and rotted away. It's part of the ecosystem now. The dumb fry.
Yeah, the universal rocks backgrounds, they have little tiny holes in them. I assume for letting them breathe and everything, because they say you can. My 75 gallon, I actually put the background in when it was already filled with water, I just pulled back the substrate, kind of meandered it in and everything like that. And I had Mbuna cichlids in there, and like little babies would come in and out of the little holes, and I'm just like, you better make sure you're on the right side of that, right side of that barrier when you get big enough to not fit through the holes, or else it's just going to be a ton of babies dead, decaying behind the background. And I'm like, all right, well, nothing I can do.
Yeah, there's only 5 of those rasboras, and this morning they were all out, so they figured their way out. But
no good.
It's annoying, man. I never thought of that, you know.
Well, that's the thing. Like, then you have that kind of stuff that happens where you just don't think about it, but it's plausible. Then you have things that happen that's just like freaking accidents. Like, literally, I had to message Annette. Like, I want to say it was like yesterday or the day before, because I come out and I have 2 mystery snails in my community tank, and one of them, bless her little heart, is apparently just a little bit special because I see her going up the glass, but something doesn't look right. And that's when I get in really close and I'm looking at him like, Kronk, what is wrong with you? Why are you looking weird? She's eating her own antenna.
Oh no.
So I take a picture of it and I send it to Annette, and I'm like, Annette, why is Kronk eating her antenna? And she, like, without it even blinking, I swear to God, like, Annette texts me back and says, because she thought it was a worm.
Yeah, it was instant. Like, it's like, Annette, you've seen this a lot.
Yeah, I just like, what do I do? Like, at first I'm laughing my ass off because it's just freaking funny. But then it hits me. I'm like, oh my God, is she choking? Is something going to happen?
Yeah.
So immediately I'm like, do I need to worry, Annette? Yeah. And so she's like, well, yeah, I would try. And as she put it, nicely remove it from her mouth. And I'm sitting here thinking, this snail's going to close right up on me if I try this. I tried twice. The first time underwater, and she was just like, nope, F you. You are not coming near me. And the second time I got her in an air bath, and she came out, and I tried. And again, she was just like, nope, I'm gone. Exactly.
Leave me to my meal.
Exactly. So then finally Annette says, okay, well, the only other thing you can do is just give her something more delicious to eat, and maybe she'll let go of it. So I put her in front of zucchini and snello, and boom.
She
let go of the antenna, and she's chowing down.
That was like a 1-hour ordeal over a freaking snail. Like, you got more productive things to do, damn it.
That's how I felt.
Yeah,
that's how her Tuesday was ruined.
It was, because I had plans to do. I was trying to finish the stupid Scootin' Fruity so that I could get it done, and I was like 2 hours behind because of stupid snail.
That's funny.
Oh, speaking of Scootin' Fruity, gotta show it. Show it.
You want me to get it?
Mm-hmm. I thought you had it right there.
I do. It's like I have it where the cats can't get it. Hold on.
Is that color pencils? Is she doing a color pencils, or is it
Prismacolor?
Nice.
So it's like soft color pencils or something like that.
Wax.
Sure. That's cool.
There you go.
Look at it.
Oh, that's
gorge.
Actually, it's not holes in the tail, but you know, mainstream does that. But man, it's awesome. Cannot wait.
You did a good job. That's pretty cool.
Well, now I'm going to put it back so that the cats don't ruin it, because they like to ruin everything.
That's funny. I had a beer on the table the other day, and my shepherd walked by and knocked it over. I'm like, damn it.
Zinger.
Zenny.
Beck says puffer wraps too. Oh yeah, we've got the collab is happening.
Yep.
Bex was dropping lyrics, and now it's just like, wow, okay, we got it.
Rap battle is on.
Steven, do you have
of making that puffer drawing?
Do you have any shoulder knives?
I'm gonna have a picture of one soon.
Nice.
I kind of have a place for it, except now I've got a trio of Bozemanii that are in there, and so when I want to get a puffer, I want to have that puffer. I want to have a backup plan because they can be community fish. In fact, the first time I ever saw one and fell in love with one, there was like 3 of them in this 120-gallon display at the local fish store. And they were in there with angels and discus and dojo loaches and cardinal tetras and rummy nose tetras. I mean, it was beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful planted tank. So it can be done as long as the puffer is good with it. Yeah. So it's got to have a backup plan, and the backup plan, all you really need is like a 29 or a 40 if it has to go by itself.
Right.
Steven, Matt is having a conniption.
About what, the fish?
Yes.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm not doing it.
That game drives me nuts, man. I feel like such an idiot every time. I'm like, how do I not know this shit? You know, like.
I got to get my notepad if I'm going to be judging and guessing again.
I remember my first What the Fish. I think it was the holiday themed one, and I had literally just gotten like a dozen candy cane Tetra. And you started the drawing, and I'm like, "That's candy cane Tetra." You, Steven, had even said like, "What the hell?" I thought that was going to be. And then everybody was like, "Serpe Tetra," and then you were like, "I thought I was gonna lead everybody with Serpes." Yeah, but I was like, "Candy cane Tetra." And you're like,
I think I got 1 point the whole time I've been watching you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you both of the commissions. I hope you do prints of them, because I don't care if there's prints out there. I got the original, bitches,
the OGs.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to my print shop. There's one kind of downtown, so I'm gonna go down there and talk about, so here's the thing with Jaclay prints, you have, the more you buy, right, the cheaper they become for me to get.
Right.
So I have to figure out what that right number looks like, especially if I am going to be getting a booth at the Clash to sell through RC Beam Studio. Like, I have to figure out before I can make that decision. Does it financially make sense? Am I going to make a profit because I have to pay to have those prints made? And I'm not just going to sell prints, obviously. Like, I'm actually going to mat them and put them in protective sleeves and everything else, because it's a product, right? Like, I'm selling a product.
Presentation is important for this.
It's key. Like, bad presentation can immediately destroy an artist. So I have to just decide, okay, is it financially feasible for me to sell these as prints and everything else? So hopefully it will be. I think like the best thing I could do is get, I think they're saying like 25 is the most economical. So we'll see.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And Matt's right. I mean, I'm assuming the prints are not just like outrageous and not doable. You're going to get that booth. Damn it.
We'll make it happen.
Yes, for sure. And then I guess determine like how many different drawings you need to do. And, and of course,
and how many I can have.
And if you were going to Triple Crown and you could just do like a whole bunch of killifish drawings and cichlid drawings and rainbows and guppies.
There's your targeted audience, where Clash is more of a potpourri.
Yeah.
But if the Clash, you can just paint, I mean, you can draw whatever you want, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then you'll actually have more fun with it rather than, the commercialization of it.
Yeah. And that's like the whole point, right? Like for me, there are some artists out there who can, sit down 8 hours a day and just churn stuff out. I can't. I have to be in the zone, like feeling it, in the mood to be able to really do my best. So for me, it's just like, I cannot force myself to do 8 hours of work every day.
Well, and I think your work shows that your passion is truly put into the work too.
Yeah.
Is at least what I feel.
Yeah. You can. I feel like you can. Like, it's like what we say about YouTube, right? With keeping fish. The moment that it becomes a job, it's just not fun anymore.
Yeah.
Sure.
But that applies to everything for me. Like I keep my work life and everything else separate. Like when someone says, "What do I do for a living?" I'm just like, it doesn't matter. Like my career is being a husband, a father, a creator, like everything else except for the crap I get paid to do. That's just like the means to living.
Yeah, that's the means to the ends. That's the stuff that gets in the way of what you just said.
That's just me. A lot of people have those passions, and they can meld the passion and the money together. I learned a long time ago that I can't.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I
same.
can't either. And it's just like you will get a Beck's Snail original, Annette. I just have to.
I was about to say she's gonna promote the hell out of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I've got to get a really good, because I know Jade is one of her favorite color morphs, so I've got to get a really good picture of one of my Jades.
Nice.
On base, they had a hobby shop where you could go and kind of do things like framing and matting. So when I first got out, I had a bunch of prints that I wanted to frame and put around the house. And if you've ever done that, that's fun, man. You buy the wood in bulk and cut it and put it together. Actually, it is a lot of fun. I haven't done it in years, but one of my favorite prints, my wife bought me this for Father's Day one year. It's Josie Wales.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
So I end up
You feel lucky, punk.
I end up framing and matting that myself, and it's a lot cheaper that way,
Oh yeah.
So
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I do a lot in graphite too. I just I haven't done any fish in graphite because I feel like fish needs to be color.
sure. Yeah, it's I haven't done it in years, but man, you could save some money if you know what you're doing,
Is that antelope?
Oh yeah, that's my wife's
Is that a
goat.
badger up top?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So hold on, let me see. If you look at it from this angle, it's got like a heart shape on his horns. It's kind of a non-typical, the way it's swoops forward in front of his face.
Right.
Oh.
And then I got a full-bodied badger mounted on a rock over my coat closet next to my 12 gauge. Waiting for the boogeyman to show up. I keep telling my wife I'm going to end up going to jail for emptying a magazine into some crackhead coming through the front door.
Well, guarantee the last thing I want to see if I'm a robber going through the door is a badger and a 12 gauge.
Yeah.
Which one is scarier, the freaking badger or the gun?
All I can think of is that scene from Tremors, right, where the trimmer comes through the wall and he's emptying like everything. The elephant gun.
The elephant gun.
You did, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny.
Oh.
Oh, Crystal's here. We can do what the fish now.
Let's do it.
Can we? Okay.
Crystal's here.
Oh. Okay.
Let's see if I can do as well as I did last time in guessing who drew what. Did everybody draw one, Steven, or was it just the kids and you, or just the kids?
So here's the deal, Bex. Okay. You are too good.
Duh.
Okay. You're too good at getting this shit right. So not only am I not telling you whether or not we all drew them or anything like that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm also not going to tell you if you're right about any of them until the very end. Okay? So
Okay.
yeah. You can handle it.
I can deal.
Is this goldfish cracker?
Could be. It's a cracker theme this week, folks. We're gonna start.
That's a piece of pie, man.
We're gonna start off easy now.
Ooh.
No blurting panel.
Too late. It's a
it's a typing test. Well, it is.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the chat to explode.
Right?
Panel is not allowed to say anything.
Oh, Zen Ginger. Oh, you typed it before you saw the legs, didn't you?
Yeah, Hippie John. We do a lot of big game hunting, so I just put my taxidermist kids through college, man.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. She was quick, though. It's a quick recovery. So we got Zinger. We got Peplin. Whoa, here we go.
Crystal. Eduardo.
Chat went. Jumpy jump. Okay. I take the first 5. So we got Zinger and Peplin and Crystal Eduardo. I guess we'll accept it, Eduardo. I mean, you missed a letter. Well, Jennifer Weaver also. Yeah, okay. I'll accept typos.
I mean, you have to. It's such a feverish, like, oh my God, I gotta get it.
I mean, yeah, like I'm the king of shitty autocorrects and typos on my phone.
Saturday morning cartoons. I'm always like, for the song or the animal, I'm like,
like, come on, you got the gist of what I typed, right?
Exactly.
My son is so smart, man. When she does the stupid animal trivia, I hand the phone to him, and he literally gets everyone right, but the typing is so delayed that it's always answered before I could get it put in, or I spell it wrong and I have to go back. It's always yeah.
And sometimes my wife will call and I'll answer the phone. We'll talk for a minute and a half or whatnot and hang up. And I'm like, okay, yeah. Crap. I'm like, people, I see answers like showing up in chat. I'm like, she hasn't even. No. I'm like, oh, God. That's where. Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. He's really into animals, and right away, like, he'll get it. He's like, oh, that's the blue whale. And I was like, man, how'd you know that? You know? And he was right. Man. Like, just always on it, man. Smart little kid.
I'm a nature boy. Woo! Ric Flair. I'm more of a macho man, Randy Savage kind of guy. Oh, yeah. That was my favorite. He'd always.
That's cool. He turns 10 this summer, so he'll be hunting next year with me for the first time. They have like an apprenticeship program where they could hunt with a rifle for deer at 10 years old. So I just bought him a lefty AR that I'm building, kind of take all the recoil off of it and put some glass on it.
I didn't know Lefty was getting into guns. That's great.
Yes.
This could be a surprise.
That's funny, right?
So looking through the scores, that reminds me, where is Myrtle, y'all?
I haven't seen him in like the last couple days.
Yeah. I mean, his absence is always very, very noticeable.
Yeah.
Last summer, like, he was gone. Like
the entire summer, yeah.
The entire summer.
I wasn't mad. I was just sad.
Eakins, get back on the phone. Quit pocket modding.
Oh.
No pocket mods.
Eakins.
Oh, I got pocket modded in KG Tropicals chat. I chat now. Nobody sees it. I said hi to you like 6 times the other day, Steven.
Oh, and I'll message Lisa if you want me to. Like, it's happened to me too. Yeah.
What's that mean?
I realized it when I couldn't super chat anymore, and I was like, oh, so it's not just people ignoring me.
I said hi to you like 3 times, and I'm like, what the fuck? I exited, I went back in, and none of my messages were showing up. I'm like, totally makes more sense.
Is that just like a timeout or something? Like, what is pocket modding?
Like, if you're a mod, especially like if you're listening on mobile and you're a mod and your phone is unlocked and it's in your pocket, you can accidentally. All you have to do to hide somebody is just like tap two buttons. Like touch it twice, and it's like. Yeah, it's like pocket dialing, except you're deleting
banning people.
All right, it makes more sense now.
Yeah, and the other thing that's kind of weird, I can't figure out about the KG stream is, they have slow mode on but I thought if you remember, you got around that, except every time I type something, it shows up. But sometimes, like, Jenna will also be on the phone. She won't see half my messages. So if someone says hi to me and then says hi to me right after, they might not see that I'm saying hi to that person, but now that like, it's, I don't know.
Right.
So I feel like I'm being rude because I can't tell. Right. So anyway.
Snake Jazz is here.
Anyway, let's finish this drawing of the axolotl, and then what the hell is wrong with you, dog? Oh, the cat. She gets upset when the cat comes nearby because she knows if she gets too close to the cat will just like swipe at her nose. I just saw Eric's 1 hour warning in private chat. That's not how you do that, Eric. I'm not paying attention to that shit at all.
No,
I didn't know.
no, you just gotta be like,
That is-
Steven!
Yeah.
Steve.
Like, what kind of subtle crap is that? That's like people trying to private message me on my phone and stuff during the stream. Like, no, I'm not listening.
I have a cousin named Steven, and my grandma in Illinois, rural Illinois, we were there for Thanksgiving, and Steven was out playing in the pine tree farm and wasn't coming in. So my grandma went on the back porch and literally went, Steven! and whatnot. And so now whenever I call my cousin, his birthday is 2 days after mine. So Wednesday, his birthday is Wednesday. And so every time I call him, I go, Steven! So I fight the urge every single time I talk to you. I'm going, Steve. Yeah, I won't do it again. But
That's
All right,
funny.
Steven, 7 on the drawing, and I say it's Lillian.
You say who?
Lillian.
Okay. Give it a 7.
and you, oh yeah, you won't find out until the end.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
Next.
Bex, are you going to film that Aqua Rocks, Colorado visit?
I'm thinking about it.
Do it.
I watched one of the videos of inside the shop when they were first opening, and it seemed like it was pretty high speed. I'd like to see what it is now, you know.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking about it. I need to, if I do that, I need to go get a gimbal. I need to go get like a really good gimbal.
Yeah. Will you buy me some rocks?
Yeah. What do you
Oh,
want?
thank you,
don't have
Benny.
room. I don't have room for them, honestly.
If they have any bonsai trees, let me know. I've been looking on their site, seeing if they have any. What you see, what you get, but they don't advertise any bonsais. I'm just curious if he does have them.
Okay. My local LFS actually gets a lot of the bonsai in.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they pretty, or are they kind
Yeah,
of
they're
look kind of
nice.
shoddy? Yeah.
No, they're nice. So let me know. I can always send it to you.
No, that's cool.
Alrighty. So I'm going to take the first 4 here because
QC
they were so quick.
Peplin.
So Zen Ginger. No, hold on. Oh, damn. QC
Zen.
was first. Zen Ginger.
Peplin.
Kaplan. Matt. All right. QC.
And it's Mud Skipper.
Skipper. It's not even done yet. Hold on.
I can already tell you it's an 8, and I can already say it's Lillian again.
Okay. Ghosts.
What I hear every time I see that. What?
Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's JoJo being very dramatic about the cat being nearby.
Please
She
tell me
gets,
named him after Mojo Jojo.
I don't know. We let the kids name because our other dog we got first. Her name is Coco, and so we named her JoJo. And guess what? You should never, ever, ever name 2 dogs names that rhyme. If you want to individually call them.
Get them both at the same time.
Oh yeah.
I named my dog Bridger after Jim Bridger. So.
Okay, which one am I missing?
It did sound like a cow's Eddie. Debbie.
My dog wants to kill the meter reader, man. I swear every day I gotta watch for him. He doesn't announce when he's coming, and the gate will be open, and the dog would just take off.
Oh, I put the beware of dog sign on my gate because meter readers come in the back to read it at one time. One time before the sign was up, Champ was out, and the meter reader opened the gate, and I sit right by the door wall, and I just hear, I'm just like, what is he going after? And the second later, no, stop, help!
That's funny.
And he wasn't jumping; he was just like 3 feet away, like, get away, get out of my yard,
Right.
You are not a very stealthy ghost, Kelly. I see the ghost all over the place.
Yeah, very spooky.
This meter reader got smart. Now he just goes to the fence with a pair of binos and looks binoculars at the meter. And I got a 130-pound shepherd. He wants to kill everybody that comes to the gate.
An 11-foot selfie stick that he just puts up, takes a picture, brings it back.
Yeah. I swear my mail lady wants to get bit. Like she purposely puts her hand and drops the package in there, and I'm like, she's like, your dog wants to bite me. I'm like, well, just leave him outside. You don't have to try to come in the gate.
I see that look, Bex.
Mm-hmm.
I see that it's obvious who drew this look on your face.
Oh yeah. Do I even need to say it?
Just for the record.
I definitely think just from right now, this is a Steamy drawing for sure.
Could be. But let's see. Okay. Waiting for the right answer though. I mean,
You got to be more specific.
has anyone figured out the theme yet? I mean, I figured the first two would have made it super obvious.
Wait, what was the first fish?
The first fish was
Axolotl,
an
right?
axolotl. Our
Axolotl.
first fish, quote unquote fish, but is
And
it
then
axolotl a
mudskipper.
fish? No, it's a
No.
it's a
Fish with
amphibian.
legs and bottom dwellers.
Amphibian. But what does axolotl mean in Latin? Or
So I'm getting all these like shark things, and I got to make sure I'm not missing a common name. So hang on.
trouser snake?
Trouser snake.
Ooh,
Definitely
what's a
don't-
trouser snake?
Okay, that's definitely not a llama.
Go ahead, show her.
So, Eric, just to answer your question, I don't know what it means, but axolotl is actually from the Aztec language.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, because they're from Mexico.
Right.
I didn't know that.
That's what Google's is for.
Okay, yeah. So I'm
Ask
not
confirms.
not getting. I don't see the right name up there.
Spotted pleco.
Damn
Doesn't
top
have to
chat this
sucker
whole
mouth.
time.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Why the hell is top chat an option? It's so stupid. Like they need to get rid of that shit. This
I
whole
don't
time.
understand it for like if you have 1 million subscribers or something like that. But
This whole time. I got my wife's phone in my hand and I'm trying to look at it every once in a while.
All right, I'm awarding 1 point this time, and it going to Matt for the E. Paulette chart. Now, if I messed up and someone said something that also is an E. Paulette chart, let me know. I'll check that out because I didn't see anything.
epaulette.
E. Paulette. Okay.
Epaulette
Let's see. I
from
think
Long
it's,
Island.
yeah. Okay, so that's done. Give me your rating. Give me your rating and tell me who drew this.
Oh, I would
Already
give that a
did.
9, and that is definitely a Steamy.
TP. Steepy.
All right, moving on.
Look out. Oh, okay.
Why does the shark have a black hole? Just it has a spot.
It's got an epaulette. Rice fish. You got to be specific.
It's the urethra fish. So, fun fact about the epaulette shark: it can walk on land with its fins and survive up to an hour without oxygen.
Nice.
So, just in case you haven't picked up on the theme
Now I know
yet,
the theme.
people are like, "It's a rice fish," and now suddenly there's wings. Yeah, flying fish isn't gonna cut it. Oh, dang, these are quick. Okay.
That's where like I never understood there was like more than one species of sparrow. I thought there was just a sparrow. Like there's a ton of flying fish species, not just flying fish.
You ever call turkeys, Eric?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're fun to play with, man. There's this thing called the heads up decoy, and these guys are like walking right at them, and they just get run over by big old Tom.
Oh, I just didn't even notice that Alshon got it.
Sea
I was just
robin.
looking at all these people that are like flying fish, butterfly fish. Isn't a butterfly fish like that yellow saltwater thingy? I don't know. But yeah, it's a flying gurnard or something, whatever. Yeah, whatever Alshon said. Flying gurnard.
Gurnard.
Said it.
Save big money at Gurnard's.
I was gonna say sea robin too, but we used to catch them back home. Sea robins.
Isn't there the
Is a sea robin the common name for it, or another common name? Or
That's what we called them, but they were like a pest fish. You just kind of steal your bait. They have spikes on the back of their gill plates that open you up pretty gnarly.
Yeah. Yep. It is. So let me see. See if someone said that before.
Oh, Zenny's flipping. Zenny's flipping a table.
Yep.
What?
Zenny slipping a table.
Oh man, I need my own table flipping clip.
Yeah.
You prostitute whore.
You have to film your own.
Wow.
Wow. The best part.
The sad thing is I watched that show.
Oh no.
Just
Ew.
for like random, stupid, mindless crap.
Yeah. For brain melting.
And it makes me feel so much better about my life. Like,
What
Why you
show is
watch
it?
Like Real Housewives.
Real
or something?
Housewives of New Jersey.
Oh God.
Yeah. It's so bad.
Didn't one of the ladies on that show go to jail or prison?
Teresa, the one that flipped a table. So I think both her
Well, now
and
we
her
know what.
husband.
How
Yeah.
shocking.
I think
All right,
both her
Beaks,
and-
come on. 9.
I give it a 9. This one has me. For some reason, everything in me is saying Jenna did this.
All right.
It's not quite like the shading and the like Steven does, but it's definitely detailed. So I feel, and the lines aren't thick enough to be Lillian. So I don't know. I feel like that's a Jenna fish.
Okay, a 9 and Jenna. And 1.
It has ick.
Has blue ick.
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder, I think people were maybe saying butterfly fish. Like, I think it's the African butterfly fish. That's the really cool looking one.
Oh,
Yeah.
could be, yeah.
Ooh. Oh, I know. Oh,
Do you?
not gonna say it. Not gonna say it.
Type it in private chat.
I mean, I don't know the exact species, but I bet it's a.
Nope.
Damn.
We've done that one before.
Oh, okay.
We actually did that one overnight Christmas Eve on the 24-hour Rico stream. So that's actually on the What the Fish shirt. It might be on the back or something.
That I am currently wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Let me go
I
back
like
to it.
Cooley's answer.
No, unless it's another common name for it. Let's see.
You guys ever seen a lump sucker?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what Cooley just said. Small
did he?
but powerful.
Oh, did she?
Mm.
Yeah,
Those are
them
cool
things
fish,
are
but apparently,
cold.
yeah, but they live in like
Cold
50
water.
like 40-degree water or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, my wife was Googling them the other day. She's like, I want one of these for the salt tank. Yeah, we're going to have to chill the water. I guess they're super
Ooh,
smart. You can
Elsa.
train them. People like petting them.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I think it's what
Elshon got it?
Didn't know. Wait, I don't think so. Oh wait, hold on. I think Alishon.
That's what I was going to say.
I'm probably gonna give it to him for that, because that's basically
Walking
what it is.
Walking
I mean,
batfish.
It's a batfish. I mean, it's in the family.
And it
of
looks like it's
batfishes.
walking.
That would be the theme.
Tis.
As you get points from me in my point book for the Naruto reference. It does look like the toad sage.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody else say. I'm gonna give it to Alishon. So it is a batfish. The common name for it is a starry handfish.
Not familiar with that one. This game drives me nuts, man. If I'm trying to figure it out, trying to Google shit. At the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I give this one 8. And again, this one.
It's a toss-up.
Yeah, I think you got me on these, Steven. I really do.
Who drew it?
I know, I'm thinking. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say Jenna again for this one. I don't know why, but it just the lines aren't thick enough for Lillian.
Jenna.
Did you draw that one, Steven?
Bex, I stumped your ass.
Oh, you did? Finally.
Yep.
It only took you 3 streams.
Well, I made a decision this time and was like, you know what? She knows my style. I'm gonna mimic other people's styles.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
It was all Steven.
No, it wasn't. But so Axolotl, you said Lillian drew it.
Yeah.
Actually, Zachary drew it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't tell him to do anything different either. I just, I said, I gave him the fish to draw and he drew them. So
He did good.
Mud Skipper.
Mm-hmm.
You said Lillian drew that one.
Mm-hmm.
Zachary drew that one.
He's doing good. He's getting good.
Mm-hmm. Paulette Shark. You said I drew that one.
Yeah.
Obviously. I drew that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Flying Gernard. You said Jenna drew that one.
Yeah.
I drew that one.
Uh-huh.
Starry Handfish. You also said Jenna drew that one. And you were wrong. I drew that one too.
Just because you were mimicking crap, you cheater.
I wasn't cheating. There's still some nuances you could have picked up on. Maybe.
I kind of did. That's what confused me because I'm sitting here going, I'm like, okay, because you tend to use really thin lines. Like that's Lillian uses the really thick lines. Zachary normally goes for like the ultimate color. And then like Jenna's kind of somewhere in between. And then you usually go like really detailed. You're like shading. You're doing all this kind of stuff with it. You're thin line. That's why I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
I actually didn't pick up on the thin line thing. I didn't even think about that. But so now that you pointed that out, it's going to be extra hard next time.
Yeah.
So now,
got me that time.
Steven, I forgot from the beginning, your hair. It's been a week.
Mm-hmm.
How has your life been with that hair? Better? Worse? The same?
So here's the thing. I've gone out and I've had to go out in public like more often than usual. Okay. So like the day after, one of our neighbors wanted to buy Girl Scout cookies. And so Jenna was like, okay, in the morning when they go out to the bus, I need you to take these over to the neighbor. And there's like our street is pretty hopping when it comes to waiting for the bus. There's a lot of kids on the street. And so, just walking out there, I get some smiles.
That's funny.
No feedback. Nobody says anything at all.
Do you forget it's there? Do you ever forget and just kind of?
Oh, the morning after, there was a split second of like, what the, like, and then I
In the
realized,
mirror.
oh yeah, that actually happened yesterday.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Weirdest interaction since you got the hair done?
All of them, because no one has said anything
Nothing.
at
Nothing.
all.
No neighbor. Like,
No.
whoa, what's oh wow.
And everybody that I have seen, they see me all the time. I go into the hardware store as the UPS package drop point. They see me
Right.
all the time. And they always talk to me because I usually have a box that says live fish on it.
Yeah.
This time I didn't, it wasn't a live fish box, and nothing.
Dead silence.
Dead freaking silence. And I've
That's
gone there
funny.
twice. I've gone there twice since I've had the hair dyed. So, yeah, I live in kind of a very like small, tight-knit, super conservative town. I don't know if they're like if they're afraid to say something, if they
That boy ain't right.
permanently on their disapproving list. So
That's funny, man. We don't see shit like that here, and I'm wondering what kind of looks you'd get in Montana.
well,
So you'd have a little bit of fun with it. I mean,
Yeah.
you kind of seem like me. You don't care about anybody. Whoa.
someone was calling you so hard that it flipped your phone.
Yeah. I just got a chiropractor calling me, man. What the heck?
Oh man.
I must break you.
Yeah.
Well, I think Steven's hair color and Kelly have inspired me to go get a stripe of a color in my
Ooh.
hair.
What are you gonna get?
I was going to do teal, but then my hairdresser showed me this really freaking awesome purple.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, so I'm thinking it's either going to be really cool teal or purple.
Oh.
Yeah, I wanted to do hot pink, but she told me, she's like, it's going to fade so fast. She said,
Right.
stick with the darker color because the darker colors have bigger molecules of pigment, and so it holds on longer.
So, you know, I'm trying to be very sparing about washing my hair. I'm used to washing my hair all the freaking time, but you know, they say cold wash it and don't do it often. So I did wash it once, and there was like an alarming amount of blue in the shower.
Yeah.
But it didn't fade it much. But I feel like the pink is like there's already spots of blonde, and I think it's gonna be. You have a very needy chiropractor, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep him busy, man. I'm sorry, Steven.
It's all right.
It's annoying.
Yeah, it will. And like, that's my problem too with when I have to, if I'm picking a color, is because I have to wash my hair every day because I deal with scalp psoriasis. So there's like no way around it. I have to wash it every day. So that's why she told me, she's like, go with a dark color. That way too, we won't have to bleach or anything else like that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a little peekaboo of like a dark teal or purple.
Just like a few streaks.
Just like one big streak that's just going to come as a peekaboo.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Did it dye your bathtub?
In like a month or something?
Yeah, the 19th. That's the earliest I could get in with her because she's freaking booked to hell right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did it dye your bathtub colors?
Nah. I'm sure if we had done the dye job at home instead of going to a professional, then there probably would have been a big mess in the tub. I don't know. Jenna dyed her hair a couple of days later. She got like this nice dark red, and she just put it like no bleach or anything. She just put it straight on over her hair, and I rather like it a lot. And in fact, the only person who has seen it in Fish Fam is Kelly, and y'all won't see it, I guess, for another week.
Oh, and I have to give a huge shout out to What Your Plants. That's an amazing show.
Yes.
Absolutely. You and Kelly are killing it.
Yes.
She knows her shit. And and next week, Monday is all her. I never had a pond. I don't know anything about pond plants.
Nice.
And they kind of cross that like line between terrestrial plants and aquatic plants, and I don't know crap about terrestrial plants. So I'll just be doing either asking questions or just kind of like smiling and nodding.
Yeah, I know how to kill them.
I really look forward to that show, man.
Yeah.
It's definitely interesting every time. But I wanted to answer Ben Backstrom, asked if the chiropractor actually works, and I don't. He doesn't do much adjusting because I have a device in my spine, so it's kind of scary for him to be manipulating it by. But they use acupuncture. Yeah, they use acupuncture and massage therapy and kind of like this little clicking jank adjuster thing that doesn't do anything, but it's more or less him going in there just kind of mapping out the pain, and it really it's the only thing I can do. I have extreme back problems with spasms, and I have a spinal cord stimulator implant. It's kind of like a pacemaker technology, but it's basically a permanent TENS unit that's implanted in my epidural space. So I have like a hockey puck kind of device in my hip, and they run 2 leads that go up my epidural space about chest high, and I have a remote that controls it with like 14 programs that kind of just turn the pain off going to my brain. So it's pretty high speed. It's the second device I had since 2008. The first one I ran dead. The battery just wouldn't turn on after about 13 years, and they just put a new one in. But the new device, they had to remove a piece of my vertebrae to get the new device put in because it's a lot wider and more they can get both sides of your body. So I literally have it's like from a smartphone to a flip phone is the difference between the 2 devices. So now it's just like it blocks pain, just another pain management tool, that they're trying to work on. So
holy cow, man.
That my mom literally went through the same thing. She's got her first unit, I think it was the Johnson & Johnson version, went dead after about 10 years, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And then she had that one removed, and then now she's looking at getting the second one put in because she has degenerative disc with her back. So like all of the discs between her vertebrae are gone.
Damn.
And then when they went in to do surgery on it, they messed up the surgery really, really bad. So now she's got like a permanent bundle of nerves at the base of her spine that they can't operate on without paralyzing her, basically.
Damn.
So they put this TENS unit in. I mean, it sounds exactly like yours. And it's just like, it's crazy. Like it works pretty well.
It recharges with a battery pack like a pacemaker does. I got like a belt that I put over it, and it kind of heats it up. But when they replaced my leg, when they replaced my hip, it left my right leg an inch shorter than my left one. So I have to wear shoes all the time with like a lift put inside. I have like an orthotic that's built to kind of keep me plumb straight, But I notice if I go in a shower, within minutes my back gets thrown out. So I use inversion table and heating pad and Epsom salt baths and massage therapy and acupuncture to try to control that. I don't take any narcotics for it. I was on everything you can think of, man. I literally had a morphine pump that I would just inject myself with, and the kind of, it's been through the ringer. So I don't take anything for it, just PTSD medications. But
she had the same thing, bro. Like they gave her everything under the sun. She actually got addicted to them for a good 2 or 3 years. She's okay with me telling the story. I've asked her.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, she got addicted for like 2 or 3 years. The whole family basically had to walk away from her, and then it hit her, and she, on her own, literally went cold turkey, which she got yelled at. The doctor was like, "You could have literally died because you were on so much and coming off of it cold turkey." And she's been clean for the last 3 years. I'm so proud of her. It's insane.
Yeah, that spinal cord stimulator implant doesn't work for everybody. It's kind of different, but if you can give it a chance, and it's really odd because the first week before you get it permanently implanted, they half implant it just as a trial period to see if it works. So you got these leads that are sticking out of your spine, and you carry this little pack on the belt, the Velcro belt, and you can't shower for a week. You kind of have to just see if it's for you before they go ahead and do the full-blown surgery. And that's the craziest part, is just having shit externally hanging out of you. It's really odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nuts, man.
But they came a long way. I guess the technology goes back to like the 70s. So it's been around a long time. But, you know, now they talked about the last pain management doc I talked to. There's a procedure, and I don't know the name of it, but they can go in and kind of like inject a certain nerve that's causing the pain. But it's only temporary. And it's almost like they have to find it. So they have to inject you like a bunch of times to see where it is. And it didn't sound appealing, because he said it would only last about, you know, anywhere from 6 months to a year. And then I'd have to do it again. And I'm like, screw that, man. Yeah. I had one epidural injection, and I don't ever want to do that again. Holy shit. Yeah. It was rough, man. Those
needles are like this long.
Oh, dude, I'd rather snap another femur than get that done again.
Oh yeah, I've had a spinal tap. That was not fun. Nothing like the nurse telling you, "Don't move. If you move, then I could possibly paralyze you."
Shit. Sorry, that's Montana Fish and Game asking what I killed for a game survey. did you see any wolves? How many elk did you harvest? Right. Every year they get the same stuff.
Yeah, I was told to leave the room whenever Jenna had both her epidurals.
Oh yeah,
me too.
Yeah, be a weird thing to watch, just like jamming.
Oh man.
I have a phobia of needles, not like a deathly afraid. Like, I just cannot watch them go into me or anyone else. Like, I can see a needle, I can hold a needle, but if you're coming at me with a needle, it's
Oh, good. You and Kyle can get along.
Like, I have a hard time watching this shit on TV too. Like my daughter will watch Dr. Pimple Popper, and then those other ones.
Can't do it.
And I have to leave. I'm like, whew, man, it just hits me, and makes me real weak, man. Or like people getting into like skateboard wrecks or like parachute accidents, man. I'll actually like cry in my cereal. Like, I'll be just out of nowhere, it'll just hit me like. Wake up screaming in my sleep. My wife actually thinks it's funny. She'll video record me trying to like scream in my sleep, and she's like, "What were you dreaming about?" When you're trying to speak and it just comes out all like you're speaking tongues or something.
Potatoes.
I don't mind the sight of like someone else's blood or the pimple stuff. I cannot do, but like, surgery. I've actually watched knee surgery happen on a YouTube video, and I was okay with that. But then whenever Jenna had her C-section, they give me the option of watching or not, and I was going to, and then I guess it was because it was her and not someone I didn't know. I couldn't.
Exactly. Yeah. Not only with a C-section too, they literally take your organs out and put them on a table, dude.
Oh, wow.
Literally. And so, and I'm so glad someone told me this, because I was so planning, Gina was planning about having a mirror. She's like, "Oh, I can't feel it. It's cool. I'm going to have a mirror set up and have, I was going to be on that side." And then we went, and I got a new phone before the kids were born. And the guy, the salesman was like, "Oh, yeah, my wife had a C-section. I came in when it was already in progress because I was at work. I wasn't able to be there with her. So when she started her pregnancy or delivery." So I get in the room, and there's her pancreas and intestines out on the table, and I'm like, well, hold on. They don't just go like, "Excuse me, pardon me, let's just move those." You literally take them out of your body.
All right. So now that we have scared enough people away, let's do a giveaway. Oh crap! I didn't realize how late. Jess, Lady Metalhead, were you planning on going? I'll try to get through this quick. I didn't realize how late we had gotten.
But, where's Jenna?
I know, man. What the hell, Beaks? You're supposed to tell me.
I was enjoying the conversation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You're enjoying the gory conversation.
Not the gory conversation.
Okay, so
The lovely people.
breaking news: Ed and Rico will be spotlighting somebody tonight.
Ooh, I think I saw in the chat who, because they told Matt to watch.
Mystery Snail.
Scroll up and look.
Mystery Snail Gardens. It will be spotlighted, and so we all got to show up and support.
Yes.
I want to break 100 tonight watching her. Okay.
Heck yeah.
So, in honor
there.
of her debut as a spotlighted person, okay, I think we should give away a snail.
Nice.
Nailed it.
And the hashtag. Oh wait, let me switch to the wheel. There we go. Why am I like? Okay, never get that right.
So a C-section is completely awake? They're awake when they're doing that?
Yeah, you're just numb from like the chest down or something like that.
Man.
So, snail plushie. And the hashtag is obviously Gardens.
Nice.
Guardians, if you hashtag Guardians, you lose. Most of you are going to lose anyway, but that's just a quick way to lose. And so, well, wait.
I bought Gardens her snail plushie, but I never got me one, so I'm entering this.
Yeah. Steven, can I talk about how I got my plushie?
Okay.
Okay. Well, during Steven's first member plant send out, I had requested some Ludwigia and Dwarf Sage. And so Steven said, "You got it. Here, it's coming in the mail." And we had, I think, Bex, it was your stream here with Steven that the first wheel I had entered, but the wheel didn't put me on.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, Steven had went back and was reviewing the stream and saw that I had said, "Hey, I think you might have seen Lem ADHD Aquatics say, 'Hey, Eric entered but wasn't put on the wheel.'" So he went back and checked, and he saw that I did the hashtags, and for some reason didn't put him on. And he sent me a plushie with the plants. He sent me a little clown loach, and it's the cutest thing ever. He's so sweet. And on the bag it said, "Sorry, I fucked up the wheel if you lose." And I'm like, oh my God, this is totally unexpected. And, I didn't think anything of it. I had completely forgotten about it. And for him to go back and do that just shows how awesome Steven is.
That's cool,
and
man.
Just the best. And so
I also awarded you a point for what the fish the other day when, like, for some reason I didn't see that you had said it at the same time as someone else.
Yeah.
I ignore you a lot. I don't know why.
I mean, it's easily done. Easily done. Often done. No one loves me. Yeah.
Me and Nightbot are pretty tight, man. I don't know what his problem is lately.
When you were talking nice about Nightbot, it worked. And then Eduardo did it too, and he won.
And then he gave his prize away. Like, Eduardo, you understand that you're never going to win again, right?
He's a nice guy.
Like, it's over for you. So you should have just. Okay, so I see that. Yes, look, see, he was the last winner. There he is. So I see that.
Then you don't want to be the Cun-T McCun person?
No. Alpha. Kenny. I think that might be my favorite one because of how many times Jess had to say it. She's just like, Alpha Kenny body. Alpha Kenny body.
Alpha Kenny one or a body.
I got 31 eligible users right now.
Oh my god, my tank lights just came on, and my big ball of moss finally detached from the wood. Because moss gets so big that the underneath rots out and it detached. It totally detached. I have a huge ball of moss, and I have no idea what to do with it. Where could it go?
You ever see Lady Metalhead's wreath in her tank? That thing's sweet.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, it's cool.
Huge.
I had a bunch of flame moss left over, and I thought I was going to do something like that. But
maybe I'll put it in my 5-gallon.
I wonder what's on the inside of that to keep the shape,
All right. Gotta be like metal wire.
Yeah.
Gotta
It could be wiring, or they do have like a plastic mesh that you can shape. Or I know the moss ball things that you can get from Aquarium Co-op are just like a plastic ball.
Okay.
Steve and I will be right back. And by the way, I'm playing for Peplin so that if I win, Peplin gets it, but Peplin has to give it to Roxanne.
So you're not just playing for Roxanne. It's
Nice.
a very complicated way of saying you're
Because
playing for
Roxanne's not
Roxanne.
in here right now.
Okay.
I'm being specific.
If Peplin's here, maybe Foxy is lurking. Because usually, if Foxy's in here, Peplin's kind of just like lurking there too.
Yeah.
Right.
Regardless, I'm playing for Roxanne. There, you happy?
Yes.
Okay.
Now
I'll
I
be
am.
right back.
Right.
Sweet, Jess. Thanks for mentioning that. I was wondering if I could make one myself.
Oh, round piece of foam. Okay.
Jed, throw it in a pan with some butter and garlic.
See, I knew it. I knew it. She's listening. Oh, but Bex isn't.
What do you guys got new in your fish rooms?
Oh my god! So I went to a swap last week, and I got there like 11:15 because every single time I was always like 20th in line. And the orange laser core, I have like 9 orange lasers, and I really want to add to them. And this guy like shows up every time at the swap with them, and every time I get to him, he's like, "Oh, you sold the last bag! You sold the last bag!" So I'm like, "Screw that!" Get there 11:15. It opens at 12. I was first in line, dude. There turned out to be like 50, like 60 people in line. It was insane. So get in there first, running around. He isn't there. He didn't come to the swap, but I'm walking around later on, and this lady is holding up a bag of L201 snowball plecos. And Bex, I know yours is the L4 something, the tiny
471.
Yep. But I just love any snowball pleco. So literally, she twisted the bag, and it said $2 or 2 individuals and $35. And I'm like, it's got to be $35 each. She puts the bag down. As soon as she put the bag down, I looked at the seller, was like, are those L201s 35 each or 35 for the bag? She goes, 35 for the bag. I go, I'll take them.
Right? Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
Yay.
And the lady like looked at me. I'm like, oh, I didn't want to be a dick. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Were you going to buy those? I don't want to steal them out from under you. And she's like, no, I don't have anywhere to put them. And I'm like, yes. So
Nice.
I got 2 L201 plecos for $35.
That's
I
sweet.
know.
How big
I'm
were
like,
they?
oh my god. Probably 1.5 inches, or what is it? Degenerate. 2 knuckles. Uses the knuckle, the knuckle measurement.
That's
Like
awesome.
2 inches each. So they each got probably 3 inches more to put on. But yeah, and I can only ever see one at a time. They hide in the rocks that I have, the slate tower that I have, and I only ever see one at a time. And I'm terrified that it's like, did you other one disappear?
Yeah, they hide on
But-
you.
Right, but I haven't seen any bodies, and I've been throwing Rapashi in there like every single night. So they got to be happy, hopefully.
I wish there was a fish club or swap or any kind of cool fish
Oh,
store
man.
here, man. We don't
Oh,
have
I'm
nothing.
I'm so spoiled in the Metro Detroit area where in Montana I can't even.
Yeah,
you probably have to drive over to Dan's Fish.
actually, yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah,
I
I'd
would
like to make it down there.
How far of a drive is that for you?
He's on the border, so it's probably about 10, maybe 7 or 8 hours over that way.
Oof.
I am literally
A
7
full
hours
day.
away from him. I could literally drive in a day.
You should.
Yeah.
I'm going to. I plan on it. I want to so bad once everything's all set up. Besides the fact I just want to go talk to him. I mean, he's just brilliant.
Yeah.
You should. You should definitely get to know him, and
Kyle,
maybe even sponsor a giveaway at some point. And
I plan on it. I definitely plan on it.
let me know when you do, because
no, I will. I plan on it.
Kyle says he's got some friends at the airport up here. Do you guys ever make your way up this way?
We haven't, but we want to. I mean, like, we're big adventurers, so our bucket list is things like Yellowstone, going up to Montana, going up to Banff, and doing some hiking in Banff. Like,
sure.
He wants to go back to New Mexico and do some hiking again in the Pecos and some backpacking. I mean, like, I want to try and get back. If I can manage it with this rib, I've got a whole bucket list of 14ers that I want to climb. Like, I want to do Quandary, which is up in Breckenridge. I've got Uncompahgre, which is like 2 or 3 hours away from us here, that I want to climb. Because I've got 4 under my belt, and we did 2 in one day. So basically, we climbed up Grays, hiked a saddle, which was the scariest thing in the world, because the saddle is like, the trail's maybe like this, and then it's just like 1,000-foot drop on either side, and it was super windy that day. So literally, you've got your pack on, the wind is blowing you, you can't see down to the bottom, and you're just like this, basically on the trail until you could get over to Torrey's, and then it just stopped. And it was just dead quiet.
Like those huge semi trucks on the freeway, like when it's super windy, they just merges lanes. Like, oh my god, on a little trail, it'd be terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is it a glacier as well too? So it's you gotta do it early in the morning when it's not thawed out.
So generally 14er season here, if you're going to hike them, because you can also like snowshoe them and stuff, which I wouldn't recommend. And they even have like ski trails that you can do, like you go up and then down again. But usually we will only do 14ers from like, I don't know, July to maybe the beginning of September.
So it's not snow then.
Yeah. And there's still ice. Like, I remember when we did, I think the month of, we did all in a month, right? So like almost every week that we had, we went and did a 14er. And so by the time we were getting to the end of August, it was literally like, I think when we did Grays and Torreys, we started at the trailhead at 2:00 in the morning, because you have to be down before noon. Otherwise, the number one killer on a 14er is lightning strike.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, they're so massive, right, that they create their own weather systems. So, and it comes out of nowhere. So you can be halfway up the mountain, and then here comes all these big thunderstorms. Wow. So you either need to turn back around, really, that's all you can do, or be an idiot and keep climbing and get killed by lightning.
Damn.
So really, they start rolling in around noon. So you need to be up and back down that mountain by
11:30.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow.
So
no shit.
That's what, and it would be snow. Like you. So when we did, like I was saying, when we did Grays, it was actually snowing that morning. We had flurries coming down, and then it went away. Thank goodness by the time the sun rose.
Damn. My mom got hit by lightning, and every time it rains, she disappears. Like she'll just go hide in the bathroom wherever we are until it like clears up.
Yeah, I think it's pretty damn traumatizing. You survive it, and it's like, well, I ain't gonna survive it twice.
Yeah, and she was sitting on a bench on a lakeside watching the storm over a lake, and the lightning hit the tree next to her, and she seen the bolt go through the ground and up the metal bench, and she was sitting on the bolts that hold the slat to the bench, you know, so she has 2 Phillip head like burn marks in her ass, and she couldn't walk for like 3 weeks. But she said she seen the friggin' like side shoot of the bolt go through the ground and come up and hit her in the ass. It laid her out for a while, but every time it rains, she like pees a little and runs away and like goes hides.
Yeah.
We're at a rodeo, and all of a sudden you hear thunder, and you look around, and my mom's gone. Like she just took off.
Do not blame her. Fool me once.
Yeah, so when I had two blood transfusions when I was in my accident, and the doctors, I said, how what's the ratio of people getting diseases from getting blood transfusion? And he goes, oh, you shouldn't get anything, nothing's going to happen. It's almost like getting hit by lightning, the odds of catching AIDS or something from that. And I said, well, my mom got hit by lightning. So it's like,
I already know someone.
Yeah, my odds are pretty stacked against me. Huh?
Well, one time I climbed a 10-foot ladder. And with that, let's spin the wheel.
I thought you were going to say, and got hit by lightning.
No. I'm just saying that's the kind of climbing that I'm like barely comfortable with.
Well, I feel like I've been hit by lightning, at least the odds of being able to hang out with you cool people.
For
Well,
sure.
isn't that sweet?
Pushy.
And wiggles. First off, Allison as. Oh, sorry, June. No. You're on there, Fishymon. You were late, like really freaking late, but
yeah, we got you. They'll be in the top three.
Yeah, they were
last three.
Song. Alex Secret History wife won't let him stay on the porch if it rains. And I mean, why wouldn't he immediately leave the porch anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Alex got hit by lightning.
Alex is
That's
a
right.
crazy son of a bitch.
Yeah.
All right, Melissa. Sorry. Mary Beth. Debbie Holding.
Debbers. No.
Shouldn't have talked, Eric.
Seriously.
Oh, now Beck's talked.
Uh oh. Oh, Brookley. Skull.
No.
Jack Roberts. Too cool life for Scully. Scully.
I love the draw.
Dennis.
Yeah.
Greg's planted tanks.
Greg.
Geek, you're so late.
What the hell, Geek? This is like an insult. You should have assumed that we would be done, and you're just like, I'm going to pop in, even though they're definitely going to be ending like any minute now.
And I'm so insulted. We're buddies, man. We're Colorado buddies. We're representing.
Yeah, on second thought, maybe he doesn't deserve a beer.
No, he does.
Yeah. He's doing the 3D prints.
Yes.
Shane.
Barbara Jackson.
Barbara Jackson.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Slept the... Oh, that sounds nice.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does.
Oh my god. I have too many things to do though. Like,
yep.
Freaking Bex with your to-do list every day. I'm like, God, I need to do things too.
I know.
So now I have multiple projects going on, and guess how many I've worked on?
0.
Correct.
There's always tomorrow, man.
Oh yeah, until there isn't. But that's okay. Mark Sturleson. Scotty Aquati. I'm not used to sleeping the day away, just half the day. And only on Saturdays.
Oh, that's good.
Known as dolls in aquatics. Patrick Hardy.
Patrick Hardy.
No.
Lady Metalhead.
No.
Sorry, Jess. You can start your stream now. Sorry. I don't like making a habit of like running over, so I do apologize for that.
Blame it on me. I
Sorry,
talk way too
Jess.
much.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Liquid Zoo. Only
Liquid Zoo. It's not y'all's fault. It's Jenna's.
Touche.
She's not here.
Ooh, methinks Amazon knocked on my door.
Oh, what you got?
Boomer.
Mr. Snail Guardians.
Got me a boom arm.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Did you order the same one?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. John. You can blame me, Zinger.
Big's Fish Room.
Oof. Yeah. Big Fish Room.
Sorry, Roxanne, I tried.
Darlene's Tanks.
Darlene.
No. Junkie Fisherman.
Hippie John.
No.
Boom. Which boom arm? Which boom arm? Oh, this one.
Gear, I think.
Wait.
Is that for your mic?
Yeah.
Nice.
Doesn't really show up very well, does it?
Mm-mm.
But yeah. That one.
Nice.
Not very fancy, but
It works.
it does the job of holding the mic up.
Yep.
Uh-oh. What did I do?
Oh,
I unplugged.
Pushing buttons or pulling cords.
pulling cords. That is pulling cords.
Oh my god. I like turned off the phone. What the hell? It's rebooting now. Oh.
Gosh, Steven, more
Battery.
technical issues.
Yeah, the battery died on it. Oh, okay. Well.
So the mic has a battery itself? It
No, not
doesn't-
the mic. It's the camera. It's my phone. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, mine's about to die too. Damn.
I'm the
Alrighty.
smart one who has hers plugged into the laptop that's plugged into the charger so that I don't have to worry about batteries dying.
Dude, mine is plugged in too. I don't understand what's up with that.
Hashtag Team Apple.
Man. All right.
Oh, I hear it, Geek. I know Geek's coming back at me with something.
Yeah. Hashtag dead fruit.
Probably.
Point Master Supreme.
Oinky.
No,
Gen U.
no.
All right. Final three. Oh, look. Ben Backstrom. Peplin. And fucking Fish Kid. Far away. So far away.
Fish Kid was in here? I didn't know Fish Kid was in here. What,
Yeah.
Fish Kid?
I agree.
I told him long time no see, Fish Kid.
Yeah. Ben Backstrom. All right. Fish Kid or Peplin?
Fish Kid 61.
Hey!
Peplin! Foxy gets her
Congratulations,
snail!
Foxy.
Foxy gets her snail anyway.
Yay!
I don't know if I have y'all's address. Well,
That's awesome.
yeah, I don't know if I saved it like a return address. So yeah, y'all know how to reach me.
It was
Send
Bex's
me-
sacrifice.
Hooray!
That's pretty cool.
The juju. The good juju.
Yes.
All right. So, I think that'll do it. And someone drop the link over to Lady Metalheads and head on over there. I haven't seen Mississippi Hippie today. I don't know if she's going, but if she is, it'll be at 5 Central. And then definitely do not miss 7 o'clock Central, Mystery Snail Guardians and Ed and Rico. But Mystery Snail Guardians, yay!
That's cool.
Alrighty. Well, yeah, thank you to the mods, or it looked like Gardens was being the super mod today. Dropping them links. Make sure you go check out all 3 of these folks' channels for sure.
But
And,
mostly these 2.
Thanks a
people who
lot,
make
Steven.
good content.
Yes.
Yeah, and thank you for having us, Steven.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
it
been
was a
pretty
blast.
cool.
It was a blast.
We love you.
Thanks for coming, y'all. And in mods, lurkers, chatters, and replay crew, and all you beautiful people. I will see you next time. I'm waving right now. Just you don't see it.
I'm waiting
Thanks for
for
coming
you,
out.
Steven.
All righty.
Catch you around.
Okay.